You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's Walk the Talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show on this Thursday, the 4th day of December. Thank you for joining us here on 702. I hope you're well this morning. We kick off the show with the 702 open line on 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line 072-702-1702. Denials after denials and then concessions after concessions. That was the story of Julius Mkonazi at the Madlanga Commission yesterday. Much like the story of his protector, the former city manager of Ekurhuleni, Dr. Imogen Mashazi. What did you make of his testimony yesterday? He's back on the stand, and I'll be taking you there live in a moment. I think he's on his third bottle of water, even though they've just started. Do you think he has a comprehension problem? Or do you think he's just a liar who employs delaying tactics to divert attention and avoid being cornered? I think it's the latter. This guy has for 2 years, if not more, denied ever unlawfully signing MOUs that gave access and permission to Ket Matlala's company to use blue lights, even when he was suspended again a few months ago. He was on ENCA, in fact, denying. Listen to what he told Puleli Sweetie Jones, a reporter on ENCA.
By the city, I didn't fit any blue light. The city didn't fit any blue light.
iPad and the municipalities lie.
No, the municipality didn't lie. The letter of municipality is very clear that the city didn't put any blue lights. You see, I was part of those processes. I didn't put the city didn't put blue lights. You see, I can assure you, you can go to our fleet, you can go to any document, and this is a public institution. Anything that you do, any procurement that you touch, those files belong to public. There are documentation that must prove that. We said, come on, go and check the processes and the procedures of the city. Go to procurement and check. Go to fleet and check. There are no blue lights that they were put in the place. That story comes from within individuals that wanted to destroy somebody's name and deal with.
So interesting. So there's a memorandum of understanding giving access to Ket's company to have access to blue lights. The next thing you can see, Ket Matlala's then ex or girlfriend bragging about blue lights. You can see in the videos, they've been there on Instagram. In fact, if you go, just Google a story that Jeff Wicks has worked on, I think, Jeff Wicks, on News 24, showing that even the current partner of Ket Matlala may have used those blue lights. I think they've managed to obtain some visuals or videos of the current wife also at some point using those blue lights. So after denying, he was asked some really tough questions by the commissioners, and he really had to concede that he signed off on things he shouldn't have signed off on, and he signed off on things that on documents that gave access to Ket Matlala's company to use the blue lights.
Of Chief Mapia's lectures. That's where the chair started with you. Remember, we were talking about your signature.
Yes, sir.
And you confirmed that this is your signature.
Yes, I'm confirming again.
Yes. Now, the document starts on page 62, and it is a memorandum of agreement. You've already said it is proposed. I don't have any issue with that. Now, are you authorized in your position, or were you authorized then in your position as Director Specialized Services to sign memoranda of agreement on behalf of Ekurhuleni Municipality?
As I've said, this is the proposed sign. That's why it's even said. That's why I even said again. I'm repeating again, Commissioner.
I said I don't take issue with that. I accept that it is proposed.
Oh, yes.
My question is, were you authorized to sign memoranda on behalf of the Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department. Were you authorized, yes or no?
No, at that time, no. As a director, no.
So you are not authorized. So what are you doing signing MOUs that you are not authorized to sign that give access to Ket Matlala's company to use the blue lights? Oh my goodness. I'm going to take you live to the Madlanga Commission. I want us to hear as he finishes his testimony, and then what we'll do afterwards is then continue with the 702 open line. So even if he finishes after 10, we'll change things up today on the show. We won't have the hanging out feature. We'll take your calls or take the remainder of his testimony. At
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Good morning, Clement. I don't think we had a testimony there. The guy was all over. The guy did not say anything that you can understand. Even the commissioners themselves were so frustrated because they ask this question, he says something different. Even us as viewers, we couldn't comprehend what he was trying to say. You can't link anything. So really, I wish if it was possible, they didn't even call him to come back again, because really, he didn't say anything substantial. Thank you. Have a great show.
Good morning, Clement. It's Mam Thandi from Pretoria East. Unfortunately, Clement, this Mkhwanazi guy is the law unto himself. There is no structure in that department where he was working. There is no discipline. There is no overseeing. I wonder what was happening in that department. I don't even wish to be there if I had to be given a chance. Is that what our tax money is paying for? Is that the caliber of staff whom we need to entrust our safety, our security in their hands? It's a shame to our countries, Clement. Thank you, bye.
Morning, Clement. This guy is a tactic. He's a master tactician when it comes to delaying. If you noticed, I think all of the people that have come to answer the allegations made against them have tried to play the same trick. Look at the minister, does not answer a question directly. He goes around verbosity, like he plays around with words. General Sibia at the ad hoc committee was the same. He pretended not to have comprehension skills, but it was a tactic. These people know exactly what they're doing. I will not be convinced otherwise. Thank you.
Yeah, there's some people who believe they've got a comprehension problem, but that's exactly what they want you to believe. These people have managed to evade accountability for so many years for a reason, because they've mastered the art of lying and the art of delaying things, the art of diverting attention. The testimonies of Julius Mkhwanazi, Dr. Imogen Mashazi, Brown Mokhotsi, and those other Hawks officers who were sent to KT Molefer's home, who appeared at the Madlanga Commission, have really shown how rotten things are. And I actually think this is the advantage with the Madlanga Commission, the investigative powers. Whereas in Parliament, at that ad hoc committee, you can deflect as you like. Some MPs do their research and they can ask you some tough questions. But at the Madlanga, you must know that when they ask you stuff, that's going to be grounded on actual evidence. So tread carefully. You're not dealing with politicians here, some of whom may just want to grandstand. You're dealing with people who are asking you questions based on evidence. And that's exactly what Julius Mkhwanazi is facing at the Madlanga Commission. He's wrapping up his testimony. Let's go to the Madlanga Commission now, and then I'll continue with your calls and your WhatsApps as well.
Addressed to Mr. Van Wyk.
Yes.
And you say, good afternoon, Mike. And it describes the attachments as statement, as a PDF document. You confirm that?
Yes.
And attached to that is a high school, I won't say the name, statement for a stated student bearing same name as you
Yes.
for 66,000. You confirm that's what you sent to Mr. Van Wyk?
Yes. Yes.
So that's where you solicited the financial assistance.
Soliciting. That's where we, after engaging with him, he promised that he's going to talk to that guy to assist. Yes.
But you say nothing came of it?
No, nothing. From that thing, nothing.
So if the commission were to investigate as to how this bill was settled eventually.
Please. No, it was not settled. You can go. Please, you can go.
So if
I'm still having challenges, yes. It was not settled.
You say you are doing what?
Yeah, I'm saying you can. The way you can investigate.
Oh, I thought I heard the word challenge.
No. You can investigate. Nothing.
All right. Now, if you turn to the third page, the last one, is that a correct reflection? What's on that page?
The school fees.
And the other one?
This one.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm saying that table, does it correctly reflect the payments made to you on the dates specified there and in the amounts reflected?
No.
Do you accept or deny?
No, the first one was assisted, I agreed.
The one of 20,000?
Yes. This one, Medicare. Mike didn't assist me with anything, madam.
No. All I want is, there are two other payments. I want your comment on them. Do you confirm that the account number reflected there is yours? Under the column 2 account number?
Yes.
It's the same account throughout, so that's your account.
Yes.
The last column reflects the various amounts, 3 in total. You've admitted the first.
Yes.
You deny the second?
No, I've never. I don't remember.
No, is a yes or no? Do you deny the second?
Yes. I don't remember.
Do you deny the third?
Black egg, what is black egg?
From the evidence that we have heard so far, it's one of Mr. Mathala's companies, if that helps.
Yeah, but if it's from Mathala, Mathala assisted me a lot during those times. If it's from Mathala, I accept. You see, Mike never assisted me when he
No, all of them are from Mr. Mathala. All those entities listed there are associated with Mr. Mathala. So they're not from Mike.
No, Vusi used to assist me.
From Mr. Mathala, okay.
Yeah, in bad times, he used to assist me. Yes.
So you do admit receiving these payments from Mr. Mathala in these periods, or entities associated?
Yeah, no, Vusi used to assist me. Yes. Okay. No, that one I agree.
Transcript, you mentioned the amounts, but not the dates.
Okay. Maybe for completeness.
That dates, yes, I agree. That dates, yes.
Yes, the 5th of May, 2022, 20,000. For purposes of the record. The second, in fact, I'll start again. The first is paid by Cat Protection and Security Services Pty Limited into the stated account. The date paid is 5th May 2022, an amount of 20,000. The second is by Medicare 24 Tshwane District Pty Limited, and I thought that is Mr. Van Wyk's entity, but nonetheless, same account, and the date is 18 June 2022 for 20,000. The last is Black AK Trading and Suppliers Pty Limited. Once again, the account details are the same, and that was on the 10th of December 2022 for 30,000.
Yeah,
that was for the record. Thanks, Commissioner.
Yes, and
apologies. All I'm asking is that you do confirm for the record that those are affected.
Yes. In fact, even on top of that, he had this thing with Ngamla. When this thing is a PS, right, I will make you for no resign, man. You see, we had that. No, I don't want to lie. We had that, and I played for him. You see, that thing. Even when there were bad news, I said, No, I must be honest. We were like,
Commissioner Kwanaze, I do appreciate the closeness of your relationship. You explained away one payment because you said you had a death in the family.
Yes.
And the other payments, what were they for?
Commissioners, I had many challenges, you see.
Yeah.
We discussed, used to assist, not even these ones, maybe on top of these ones, it may be these 500 that when you discuss and get, and you see, we discussed many things with Vusi, and he was assisting. It was a brother.
I see that They were over a period 5th of May to the 10th of December. I know that. And I know that the letter of intention to commit issued by Mr. Matala, you remember, Annexure JM17 by MAPA, is dated the 15th of June 2022.
Yes.
The letter that gave rise to the registration of vehicles.
Yes.
I will argue before the commissioners that those payments were made in gratification for your efforts in facilitating the registration of the vehicles to enable Mr. Matala to fit them with blue lights.
No.
Do you have? Let me finish first, because I'm going to invite you for a comment.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going to argue to the commissioners, based on the evidence and these amounts and the times. Particularly because when you started, I asked you whether you have received monies. You were telling me about Ngamla 500, 1,000.
I agree.
And then you stuck with that story until you just increased it slightly. I asked you to give me a number that he would have contributed for the funeral, seeing as for petrol and the like, it's 500,000, and you technically refused to. It is when I produced these amounts to you that then you allocated one of them potentially to a funeral. You refused to state when was this death. It stretched from before or after your suspension, and here there are specific dates. So on the basis of all that, I am going to seek to persuade the commissioners that this is in part gratification. I'm not even suggesting it's the totality, but at least we know that at the moment of that letter of intention to commit, Mr. Matala had started making significant payments to you.
No.
Do you have a comment?
No, it's not that. As I'm saying that, he even promised me far more than that. Even now, when we're not having, there was nothing that was happening. You see, said, when I get this thing, Gamla, you will retire, I'm going to pay, you will find another thing, business and everything. And I was very happy. In far more than that, you see. Even though it didn't specify, you see. And I even said, I was praying that to get those things. I was praying that to get that tender, you see, so that I can start my own and relax, as you see. This is, in fact, to him, it was just nothing. It has nothing to do with that, you see. There was something which is bigger than this, you see. When there was nothing that is happening, nerves and other things, he said, no, I want you to start your own thing and retire. I said, hey.
May I be fair to you and ask you not to commit yourself too early? I didn't say that is the totality of the evidence of payments made to you.
Oh, yes.
I'm just discussing the payments in that period of 2012.
Okay.
So I would advise that you don't commit yourself any further, than you have on the scope. Commissioners, that would bring me to the conclusion of my part with Commissioner Mkwanazi, and I thank you for the opportunity. As I said, we move to the next chapter. That will be led by Advocate Mutasedi, and we require about 5 minutes just to change of guard. And I think Commissioner Mkwanazi would also appreciate a comfort break.
Yes, we'll hear from you. Let's adjourn.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, they got him now. But you know what's irritating is that he's not going to face any charges. He's not going to jail. He's not going to be charged. The commission has just demonstrated now to us. They've just made a point. This guy practically was trying to lie and say, well, he's helped me with school fees here and there, money, 200, 500 for petrol. He doesn't mention that Kat Matala was busy sending him 20,000 rand, like 20,000 in 2022, in May, 20,000 in June 2022, 30,000 in December 2022. This is around the time when he had just authorized for Kat Matala's company to go and use blue lights. That's why Advocate Silo tells him that was gratification for you. Kat was paying you because you had unlawfully and illegally authorized his company to use blue lights. He still wants to deny and lie. My question is, what accountability are we going to see? You can see, you can hear for yourself. He lies. you can hear for yourself and see the link between the action he's taken, which IPID has already said it's illegal. Even his protector, Dr. Imogen Mashazi, said that man was wrong to sign that MOU. He didn't have authority to do it. Even the people who supported him have said so. What accountability do you think we're going to see? He's going to walk out of here. Ket Matlala still has a security company. I don't know what it does now. They're probably going to give him something. He's going to live his life like nothing happened. And that's what's frustrating. It's 10:31.
702.
Call Clement
On 011
883
0702.
All right, 24 minutes now before 11 o'clock. Let's take some of your calls on WhatsApps while we wait for the Matlanga Commission to continue. Godfrey, you're calling us from Senton. Good morning.
How are you, Clement?
I'm frustrated, Godfrey. Like we're being played here and nothing is going to happen to these people.
Brother, remember last week we spoke. I said when people are going for job interviews, they will be going with their legal representative. So now, Clement, you are absolutely right. Each and every organization, especially in the security cluster, is got what we call corporate governance. It's got policies where it advises you to say, here are the guidelines. You are not allowed to do the following. There's people who are sitting at home now because of they are fired, they took 500 rand. That 500 rand influenced their decision at the particular moment in time where they needed to enforce the law, but they couldn't because of a 500 rand. So with some corners, you could imagine 30,000 rand, 20,000 rand, and in a time frame where he has approved the blue lights that were illegal in the first place.
Yeah.
That man must be arrested effective immediately.
He must.
That man must be fired immediately so that you teach even the ones who's going to come and occupy that position that even if you can be a highest ranking officer, there's laws that are governing this organization that you are working for.
Did you hear what he said? He said, yeah, Ket even told me that if he gets this SAPS tender, we're going to be good. We're going to be fine. And I'm going to even resign. I'm going to start my own thing. He's even celebrating the fact that Ket Matlala had applied for this SAPS tender, which we now know was illegal. That's why it's been cancelled. And he's like, we were going to be fine. Like, he sees nothing wrong with that. Oh, my goodness. Godfrey, in Senton, thanks for your call. Tulani, you are in Centurion. What are your thoughts? Hi.
Clem, two things. Firstly, I think South Africans can see what the ANC is doing. You've got two high-ranking officials from Ekurhuleni. You had the doctor, Imogen. That person was just tying knots around himself and couldn't answer questions properly. But it gives you an idea of what the ANC is basically doing. As long as you are a cadre, you can sing in meetings and you can make noise, you'll get deployed. But the other issue that I wanted to raise, Clement, is I would have, had I been in that commission, I would have probably asked Mkhwanazi if he would like to have an interpreter, because I think English is also an issue for him. But that notwithstanding, he's obfuscating, and when he cannot answer questions, he pretends as if he really does not understand English, cannot express himself. Only when the questions become difficult.
And that's my thing, Tulani. He wants us to believe that he's got a comprehension problem. That's what they want us to believe. I think the reason this man has messed up so much in Ekurhuleni and done things that are illegal and he's still managed to get protection is because he's been able to do exactly that, to get out of it and to use a diversion tactic. So what he does, it's not a matter of comprehension. Every time he's asked a question, he goes to go read a document that has got nothing to do with the question. Why? Because that's his diversion tactic. He wants the commissioner or the evidence leader to get distracted from that so that they can move to the next point. It's not that he doesn't understand. He's using, as you say, obfuscation to try and get you to move on. And that's what he wants us to believe. So he gets it. He understands English. He can express himself.
Absolutely. And what he does is he would go into this long soliloquy.
Yes.
Answering a question and giving you things that are completely irrelevant to what you're asking, hoping that you'll actually forget the question and move on.
Yes, it's a soliloquy. You're right, Tilad. In fact, he's back now. Let's go back to the Matlanga Commission. I'll take more of your calls and WhatsApps as well.
It is some ammunition on the basis of which she must question me. No, I was giving her the last documents that we were all given for Ms. Muhlasedi to put them where they should be in our files. It seems, Ms. Muhlasedi, that I'm not the only one that doesn't know where these should go. So just help all three of us, please, please.
Thank you, Chair. The document you're holding is labeled 10A, I believe.
Don't worry.
Yes.
You will just assist us.
I will assist.
All right, tell you what, they're still sorting out their documents there. Let me take a quick ad break, and then when we come back, hopefully they're done and we can take you back there.
Please take your time. It's
Paragraph
3
3.
from the top. It starts on my arrival.
Yes, I can read it. Yes.
Thank you. That reference in paragraph 3, you say, on my arrival, I found many vehicles marked and unmarked.
Yes.
What is a marked vehicle versus an unmarked vehicle?
It's police vehicle that are branded.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you say
unmarked, there were many vehicles that were not branded.
Indeed. So
yes, like private vehicles, white, different colors were there, and they were branded vehicles of different security companies. Yes.
And when you say police vehicles, what is that a reference to specifically?
It was police vehicles, marked police, SAPs vehicles, yes.
As well as you say unmarked vehicles,
yes,
which I then understand to sort of be private vehicles.
Yes. And the way they were parked, some were in front. No, there were many. That street was made closed, but you could drive. But at the sides, there were many vehicles that were parked there.
And you continue then on in paragraph 3. There is a reference there to a truck. Do you see that?
Yes.
What color do you say the truck is?
In terms of the color. No, that truck, these open trucks, it was opened. You see, I could see it from the back side, you see, because it was facing direction north. You see, the gate is this side.
Let me.
It may be white, but I don't know, or off-white or yellow. But what I saw that today, it was opened.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes.
I'll assist you then with reference to your paragraph 3. You indicate there in the 4th sentence at the end, he collected me from the vehicle near the house next to the gate, I assume, you correct me if that's wrong, where he showed me the white truck with canopy, which was opened on one side, but it was dark inside. I couldn't see what was inside the truck as he was pointing at it. He told me everything was sorted and managed. Can you confirm that I read that correctly?
Yes.
So what does Yaku mean when he says to you there at the end of paragraph 3, everything was sorted and managed?
We were talking about the goods. You see, he said, don't worry. That's what made me angry. You see, wake me up, you said there's a success here. You see, and there's no success. I didn't see anything there. You see. So no, don't worry. They said, no, Yako. Mustn't lie. You see, that's when, again, I got angry and moved. You see, but he was talking about successes and the goods.
And the reference by Mr. Yaku to success, you understood that to be a reference to the recovery of...
No, it was about the goods.
The goods.
Yeah, it was about the goods. Even in the it was about the goods.
And please assist the Commission. Why would Yaku phone you in order to inform you about a successful or potential successful recovery of goods at 2 a.m. in the morning?
No, he used to do that. He was not a person who likes to sleep. He was very good in terms of gathering information. There are many operations that we did, successful operations, where he will call you at night, he will call you at 3 a.m., different times. But 99 or let me say 70% of what he's calling, it's a good information. He may then sometimes may not work with you, work with others and tell you, hey, no, there's a success work, but I know that when he says there's this information, he has worked. You see, even if you send members, even go yourself, you know that you are going to brand with that, or you are going to pray what you are going to You'll get good publicity on that success. He was that type of a person.
In light of the kind of
Ms. Masklasedi, may I perhaps give you 2 minutes to wrap up? As I said at the beginning, it was not likely that we would finish this part of it. The commissioner will have to come back in the new year.
Okay.
Thank you. Chairperson, then let me just ask a question or two regarding the statement. And yeah.
Perhaps just one.
Just one. That's.
Please. Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner, in light of what you've shared with the Commission thus far about the content of the statement, in particular the identification on your part of SAPS motor vehicles, what was your understanding about the kind of operation that was taking place there when you arrived?
No, I've said that I could see that it was a big operation. You see, there was an operation there. And when you say goods, that means what I was saying when I was approaching. It's something that one can say, this is a success.
And your reference to big operation is a reference to a law enforcement operation, or what type of operation are you referencing?
No, the officers, it's a law enforcement operation.
They are officers?
If they were officers, it's a law enforcement agency's operation. For the mere fact that they are police, it's a law enforcement operation. When you see, because when there are police that are standing there, that means there's an operation of police.
Here's my...
And Yako worked with private companies and police.
Where in your statement do you identify the presence of police there?
No, I said Marcus is police.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Mutlaseli.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah. Commissioner?
Commissioner.
Thank you very, very much. But as I said earlier, you will have to come back in the new year. You will be notified accordingly. Let's adjourn and resume at 11:35.
All right, so he's done for the year. Well, for today, he's going to be back in the new year because they are addressing something very critical here. Was he involved in a cover-up of murder? We already know that he's been paid monies by Clement Manyathela. We already know that he's already admitted to having signed memoranda of understanding that he had no authority to sign, giving access to blue lights for Clement Manyathela's company. And then during that time, thereabout, he starts receiving monies from Clement Manyathela. And he wants us to believe that's not bribery. Now they're asking him about a cover-up of murder. I want to take your calls now because we didn't really have the 702 open line this morning. So we're going to take your calls on 011-883-0702. What are your thoughts of what you've been hearing so far from Julius Mkhwanazi? And my heart goes out to the people of Ekurhuleni. And look, we mustn't be naive here and think these are officials in Ekurhuleni who have been in charge, and no wonder there's some aspects of that metro that are not working. Imagine if we had an inquiry like this about Johannesburg. What do you think would come out? So let's not make the mistake of thinking this is only in as far as Ekurhuleni is concerned. It could very well be that it's even worse in Johannesburg. So sometimes we complain about the politicians, and then you still have people in the system who are technocrats, who don't care about their oath of office, but they care about doing favors for people who are going to do favors for them. That's the reality of the nature of some public officials that we have. And that is just so sad. And what saddens me is that these people are never going to be held accountable. You know, this guy is not, do you think he's going to end up in jail? I hope I'll be proven wrong. I really do. But I don't think so. I don't think he's going to end up in jail. He's going to leave. He's going to find another job in the private sector somewhere. These people he's worked with, the private security guys that he's worked with, they're probably going to give him something. And he's going to continue to just live his life like he's not done anything wrong. What a sad state of affairs. It's 22 minutes after 11 o'clock. I'm going to go to your calls and WhatsApps after the break.
The Clement Manyathela Show.
Let's walk the talk.
24 minutes after 11 o'clock. James, you're in North Riding. Good morning.
Morning, Clement.
Hi.
Clement, this is what we are listening to and what we are exposed to as a country is really disappointing. When you listen to these allegations, this expose that is coming out, I say whether General Mkhwanazi, the provincial commissioner in KZN, whether his allegations are wrong or right, at this point it doesn't matter. Where we find ourselves, that it has led to this expose, it just exposes how authorities have never been interested in changing people's lives. That you have got people like this Mkhwanazi, at one point was an acting chief of police. Now the whole of Ekurhuleni is managed by this person. The security of Ekurhuleni is managed by this person. The Imogens and all others that have been coming up. It just shows you why the country finds itself in the state that is in. The poor service delivery, everything, the corruption that has been left unattended, even when authorities knew about this. Now, this should say, I don't know what ANC is reading from this. Are they still going to continue with this cadre deployment? Because all this stems from cadre deployment. It is just sad and very sad. I just look at wonder if Ramaphosa does listen to this and say, what have we done to the country? What have we done? This is such a mess. We are inside. We actually wonder, how do we survive? How actually do we survive that we reach the next day, and the next day when you have police that are criminal, law enforcement that is involved in criminal activity? How do we survive?
Yeah. James in North Riding, thank you so much for your call. Here's some WhatsApps on 072-702-1702.
Good day again, Clemson. Good day, 702 listeners. Clemson, this guy, did you have legal advice? Because he just implicated himself into more charges. There's soliciting a bribe, there's corruption, there's fraud with that document that he submitted, purporting to be an MOU with the city. This guy, he should have really sought legal advice. Or if he had legal advice, they dropped him. Yeah, no, and we're not even at the body yet. The disposal of the body and tampering with the scene and murder. It's gonna go. I think the commission is gonna recommend for more charges to be added. Mozilla Israel.
Yeah, look, they did ask him. In fact, I think in the beginning, no lawyer was read into the record. I don't think he had actual lawyers like Mkhunu has. Mukai Toby there, who is a lawyer on record. I think he's got quote unquote a support staff. Yeah, I think that's what he has. Now, listen to this clip, right? This is what Julius Mkhwanazi said when he was on ENCA. And ENCA's reporter, Puleli Tswiti Jones, asked him, do you have a relationship with Ket Matlala? Listen to what he said.
What's your relationship with Vusi Musi Ket Matlala?
I don't have a relationship with Vusi Musi Matlala. We had an operation with the Ket VIP security. You see, it was a VIP guys. My team and those guys worked in the city when there was the state of the city. That time it was an approved plan that was approved.
Did you hear that? So let's not get distracted because you see what he's doing there. He always wants to go and explain things that have got nothing to do with the question so that you are distracted. The first response is, I don't have a relationship with Vusmuzi Ket Matlala. That interview was just 3 months ago. It's in September. Listen to what he says just 2 months later at the Madlanga Commission today when he's asked about Vusmuzi Ket Matlala.
Have you ever received any money from Mr. Vusi Musi Matlala, or him personally, directly, or any of his companies?
No, but
It's a yes or no.
The part just might be interesting.
No, let me say.
Okay, I'll allow you the but.
Sometimes he'll give me money for petrol, or sometimes he'll borrow money from me, saying I'm lang mali petrol, can give me 500 rand, 300 rand. It's those monies. But we use, as I've said to you, we're beginning to be that close now.
The short answer is that you did get money from him for things like petrol, 500 rand here, 300 rand here for food.
Yes. There was a time where there was serious frustration on suspension coming. Remember, I was getting overtime and some benefits. Then it was difficult for me to buy food and feed the kids. And
okay, so which is it? If you don't have a relationship with someone, how are they helping you feed your children? How are they giving you money for petrol? How are they helping you bury your siblings? How are they sending you 20,000 in May, 20,000 in June, 30,000 in December in the year 2022? If you don't have a relationship with them. And he's going to walk out of there scot-free and go enjoy a glass of beer, I bet you, tonight. Probably going to walk out chill because he knows nothing is going to happen. Even with what has been exposed today as lies. It's 11:31.
Cash bill 702.
Call Clement
on 011
883
0702.
24 minutes before 12 o'clock. Guys, we need to pray for our country, hey? If we're not putting monies in couches, we're sending people to Russia under false pretense. We're signing documents we don't have authority to sign to give people blue lights, private citizens. Yo, I already won it. Yeah, already won it. Straight. Let's go to your WhatsApps now on 072-702-1702 and your calls on 011-883-0702.
And the team, you know this guy will short we call Sumashaya. The people who will talk will give you a long statement and they say nothing at the end of the day, and they are they know it all, they know everyone. That is Mr. Mkwana's Andile and Breaking Downs. Thank you.
Hi, Clement. It's Baron here from Alexander. Look, man, Mkwanazi needs to be arrested. Mkwanazi have lied. Mkwanazi lied under oath about this Kate Matlala. This is serious allegations, Kenneth. Mkwanazi must be arrested. If not, I personally going to open a case against him for lying under oath, for defeating the end of justice. And case must be opened. You must rot in jail. Milton Paronier Alexander, thank you.
Good morning, Clement and 702 people. I am the resident of Ekurhuleni. If you can come here, Ekurhuleni, at all its corners, come to Boxbeck, Jimston, Albertine, Captain Park, you see that the dirty places. In the olden days, we used to have people who come to work on the parks. At our parks now, it's dirty. The grass is too long. There are no lights here. At night, it's too dark. Service delivery is not there. But listen to this guy, Konase, lying to that commission. But anyway, he's giving the evidence that he's a friend to this Matlala cat. But you can come to Ekurhuleni and you see a mess, a dirty place to stay. But this guy is just now confessing that he's a friend to the criminals. But it's pity that he's going to walk away doing they won't even arrest him. But you come to Ekurhuleni and Mr. Clement, you can see that it's a dirty place to stay. And then this guy is just claiming here on this station, on the commission, that is trying to take away with all his deeds. Thank you, Matomi and Jamestown.
But do you guys think this guy was working alone? I don't believe that. I don't think that he was working alone. I think there is someone higher up, a politician, maybe a city manager. Who knows? I think there's somebody higher up somewhere who was benefiting from this relationship that this chap facilitated with Kat. There's no way that this man, with all the things he's been accused of, which he has admitted to at the commission, got protected for about 2 years. Even when there's an IPID report, a city manager said, no, we're not taking action against this man. It's vague. And I wonder if the commission went through the bank statements of the city manager. Because maybe that's where they needed to focus on. And she's not coming back now. She's done. Oof. I just wish, and I don't know if they've done it, I wish they went through her statements. I mean, there are video clips, and I'm not suggesting to you that she's not allowed to wear expensive clothes. But there are video clips of her attending events, and she talks about the expensive clothes that she's wearing. And when you tally that up, that goes to like the millions, over R1 million. I'm not saying she's not allowed to have that. Of course, she could very well have other ways she's purchased and had the access to such funds. I'm just saying we are operating in an environment which is muddy. And I think because she has protected this guy who's lying at the commission today, we must pay attention to her bank statements and see if she's not received any benefits. I mean, Tantlam Konas is receiving 20,000, 20,000, 30,000. Who was he sharing that with? Who ensured that he gets protected? Julius Mkonas. Who was he sharing that money with?
Good morning, Clement. I think it is time that we get a commission of inquiry for all these municipalities. The rot in these municipalities is just disheartening. In fact, my brother is a subcontractor for the Mogale City municipality. So they use their own vehicles. And one time he went to one of the depots of the Mogale City and he saw brand new trucks for garbage collection that are just sitting in the depot, and there's no rubbish collection in Mogale City. So they really should look into the rot in all of these municipalities. And in fact, there's now a private person who's collecting rubbish for people in Mogale City for obviously money, whilst there are brand new trucks in Mogale City that are just collecting dust.
Good morning, Clement. You know, the scary part or the worst part about all this is that we still have people like Julius Mkwenazi sitting in powerful positions. Whether you go to the city of Tshwane, any other metros, you go to the municipalities, go to Eastern Cape, see the things that they do that side, and it's worse. The rot goes deeper.
Good morning, Clement. Clement, people like Mkwenazi, they need to set example with those people. Those people need to be arrested and they must serve sentence. And whoever leaders, the future leaders that are coming, they must know that they can also be arrested. This is a right time to do the things right now. These people must face music to build their future.
Morning, Clement and Tim Mapare here from Rodiport. Regarding Mkwenazi, these guys are just coming there to lie, you see? So many saying, you see. Yeah, the only thing we see is him lying. We can see him lying. Because always going to say, you see, I didn't want to do something, you see? Yes, we see that you're lying. Hush.
Morning, Clement. Morning, 702 Landers. With this regard to this Julius Mkwenazi, that nincompoop, can you imagine telling a chairman, the judge, that you are losing it? Gee, he's just on another level. Thank you. I'm Pumi and Tipcliffe.
Good morning, Clement. Great show, always. Clement, the issue of Ekurhuleni, it's really a disaster, my brother, to be quite honest. Everyone that has been involved in Ekurhuleni, ANC leadership, EFF, I think all of them all the people that have worked under Ekurhuleni municipalities, they have looted the municipalities in a severe way, if not manner. Yeah. Victor Machine is Logoville Pelandaba, thank you.
Yeah. So if this country changed its name, what do you think would be the name of South Africa? Like, I think it would be Kidiboni. Like, Kidiboni means I've seen it all. Huh? Like, Kidiboni means I have seen it all. If this country were to change its name, what do you, given everything that we've just experienced, what do you think would be the name of South Africa? Let me know. Give me a call or send me a WhatsApp voice note. It's 15 minutes before 12.
With Clement Manyathela.
7:02. Let's walk the talk.
14 minutes before 12 o'clock. What would be the name of South Africa? Given everything that we've experienced, what would be the name of South Africa? I'm saying Kidiboni because, my goodness, this country, we have seen it all. What have we not seen? You get shocked by this. The next day, it's completely something different. And the people are justifying it with a straight face because they think we're kids. What's sad, though, is that some of them, if not most, end up with no accountability whatsoever. Moms on the WhatsApp line says, Clement, the country would be called Matlakala. No, I don't think so. My essay name would be Hadfeli. What do you mean by that? Hadifeli. Oh, Hadifeli. Okay, Hadifeli, meaning, these things are never finish. They just keep on coming. Yeah. I'm saying Kidiboni because we've seen it all.
Good morning, Clement. I will call it Senzeni. Senzeni na.
Hi. A very good morning, Clement. In the white lefatsi leleki whatever kinkari. Kasizulu kinkari umhlolo country. Ngaba zonke ziyavela. Thanks from Anonymous.
Anonymous, remember people used to say Umhloloka James. What did they mean by that, actually? I just remembered that now. Yeah? Like, I remember, like, the elders, when they used to shout at us, they were shocked by something. They used to say Umhloloka James. Who, were they talking about James from the Bible? And was he shocked at some point? Does anybody know that? Does anybody understand why they used to say that? Umhloloka James. Yeah, that just came to my mind now. I don't remember why. What was the premise or the link to that? And then Stanley on the WhatsApp line says, Clement, the new country would be called James Bond. 007 James Bond. Yeah. Because, wow, we have seen it all.
Hey, Clement, how are you? Yeah, hey. I think looters, country of looters. Yeah, it will be good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, not everybody is a looter, eh? I mean, not everybody. I mean, even the politicians. Not every politician is a thief. We've got great South Africans here. We've got great people who work for Ekurhuleni, for Joburg, for our government, for the police, for some state institutions who are honest citizens who care about their work. So I don't think it's fair to then paint all of us with the same brush. There are some of us who are honest, but there are also some of us who are just simply not interested in the public good. They're interested in what benefits them.
The name actually ke Matlakala fela. Ke Matlakala.
Some of them, if not more.
Hi, Clement. Nkare manyofonyofo.
Morning, Clement. I'd call it Mandwa, Remontwing, Manralva, left, right, and center.
We are fighting left, right, center. That's so true.
Hi, Clement. I will call it jumping castle. This country is a jumping castle.
Clement, you know this country. I will call it Tsietsi. Kasutu Tsietsi. Yeah.
South Africa should be renamed Zimbabwe South. Clearly the politicians aspire to taking us in that direction. They're certainly making a good job of getting us there. That's my input. George from Centurion.
Yeah, hey, there's some text messages that have come through as well, so let me read some of them. Hey, Clement, where is that? Oh, I confess, my favorite person is Mr. UC. I watched him at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, and it became the greatest tongue twist show in the country. Every time he spoke, it was UC. Then someone else said UC, and soon the whole room was spinning with UC while trying to see what nobody could see, because all we could see was UC saying UC. By the end of the commission, we needed a break just to see if we could still see after hearing so many UCs. Oh, yeah, Adedivas, that is so funny. Another one says, Clement, I don't understand. What I don't understand is why would a man who is in his position be asking for petrol money from another man? It's really not making sense. He wants to make this look like it was because he was suspended. Yeah, but also, men can ask for petrol money from other men. That's fine. I don't think that's an issue. But you've got to look at the conflict of interest. First of all, this man was suspended with full pay, wasn't he? Second of all, he was conflicted. He did things that are illegal to benefit Ket Matlala. And then in the same period, he starts receiving monies from Ket Matlala. And then this year when he's cornered in September, the clip I played you on ENCA, he says, I don't have a relationship with Ket Matlala. Today, at the Madlanga Commission, he says, that's like a brother to me. We were so close. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Terence on the WhatsApp line says, hey, Clement, I think we should stop saying that nothing will happen to Julius Mkhwanazi and others. I really don't think what you're saying is true. It should be very clear that the commission succeeded in obtaining admissible and relevant evidence which can be used in the prosecution against the accused in a court of law. Let us not prejudge the work and outcome of the commission. You should instead encourage members of the public to contact the commission if they have any relevant information which will assist in bringing others to book. We must stop the negativity. It must also be stated categorically that the commission is staffed with experienced lawyers. They will not be sidetracked by the delaying or evasive tactics of Brigadier Mkhwanazi. They will eventually expose him. Well, Terence, we have witnessed a number of commissions of inquiry that have not led to the prosecutions. Even when it's been clearly stated during those commissions that there was an untoward relationship. Take the State Capture Commission, for instance. I mean, if you want to avoid that reality, cool. I'm not. I'm using that also as a reference point. And I'm not hoping that he doesn't get arrested. I actually hope that he does. You and I agree there. I hope that the police can follow up on the recommendations that will be made by this Madlanga Commission, because they are likely to recommend that he must face prosecution. How many other people has the State Capture Commission recommended that they must face prosecution? And are they facing prosecution so many years later after the report was released, the State Capture Commission report? So maybe you can advise on that. Maybe send us a WhatsApp and tell us, out of the state, let's use just the State Capture Commission on its own. The State Capture Commission, how many, just give me 3 names of people who whom the State Capture Commission says these people must face prosecution. And they are currently facing prosecution. So when we say what is said is that these people may not actually face the might of the law, is because we have seen it. But I absolutely hope that we can be proven wrong. Of course I would love that. But I'm also being realistic. We live in South Africa. We live in South Africa, and we know what happens when it comes to people that have got some kind of political protection.
Bratamzi, I think they should call it Wahlala Bazibona. Wahlala Bazibona. We've seen it all, and we're still seeing more. Thank you, Billy from Cape Town.
Yeah, Billy Bahlala Bazibona. You always, like we literally are consistently seeing flames, eh? On the WhatsApp line, let me wrap up with these messages. Anonymous says, Clement, the term Umhloloka James was taken from the South African comedy Emzini Wezinsizwa. Okay. There was a character called James Mkhize, and he'd say, Umhloloka James. Oh, okay. I remember Emzini Wezinsizwa, but I don't remember that phrase. Okay, that's fascinating. Thank you so much for that. Because I was wondering, where does that come from? Lisibane as well says, Clement, I seem to recall the series Emzini Wezinsizwa, Umhloloka James comes from that TV series. Okay, I get it. Thank you so much for reminding me of that, because I had completely forgotten. And then another person says, hi, Clement. Remember Cele named our country Gomorrah, Sodoma and Gomorrah. Yeah, when he was angry. But some of you were busy. Remember, we were receiving WhatsApp voice notes of people who were praising Becky Cele after he appeared. Hey, sometimes we can be so gullible. Becky Cele appeared at the parliamentary inquiry. There are some people who are sending WhatsApp voice notes on this show. One person even suggested that we must give flowers to Becky Cele. Something along those lines. I think sometimes that's how gullible we are. Why give that person flowers, Becky Cele? And now the same people are now coming back and saying, oh my, because now Vusmuzi Matlala has confirmed, right? The monies that is given to Becky Cele. Now what? Are you taking back your flowers? Yeah, so sometimes we're just so gullible, really. It's going up to a minute now before 12 o'clock.